dears. So today's class is about non-finite verb. Okay? Are you ready? Okay dears. Before we could go to non-finite verb, let me tell few words about finite verbs. Okay? So finite verb is nothing but helps you to know the tense. Okay? Finite verbs helps you to know the tense. As you know, there are 12 forms of tense. Am I right? Yes. So, these finite verbs help you to know about verb. But non-finite verbs look like verbs, but they do not help you to know the tense. Finite verb help you to know about verb. Non-finite verb look like verbs, but they do not help you to know the tense. Understood? They act like a noun. Sometimes they act like an adjective too. So this is the difference between finite and non-finite verbs. Understood? Now we will go in detail. So first I am going to say about non-finite verbs. Okay. There are two sentences here. Using these two sentences, I am going to explain about finite and non-finite verbs. Okay, dears? So, shall we start? Look at this sentence. First one. Painting is an art. Yes. In this, which word help you to know the tense? Which word help you to know the tense? Very good. Is. Painting is. Am I right? Yes. So, in a sentence, the word which help you to know the tense is called verb. Yes? Yes. So, look at the second sentence. In second sentence, Ram is painting the room. So, which are the words help you to know the tense? Is painting. Am I right? So, this is in the first sentence and is painting are called finite verbs. Understood? So, it helps us to know the tense of verb. We called it as finite and non-finite. Finite verbs. Now, coming on to the non-finite verbs. Okay. Non-finite verbs. In second sentence, you don't have any non-finite verbs. Okay. But in first sentence, painting. Look at the word painting. Painting is a non-finite verb because this painting look like a continuous tense. Am I right? ing. But it doesn't help you to know the tense. Painting is an art. Yes, it acts like a noun. This painting acts like a noun. Am I right? It doesn't help you to know the tense, but it look like a continuous tense. But it does. Painting is an art. That's all. So this is called non-finite verb. This is how we differentiate finite and non-finite verbs. Okay, dears? Understood? Okay. Now let's go in detail with this non-finite verb. Okay. So, these non-finite verbs are three types. Okay, dears? What are they? Gerund, participle and infinitive. Okay, gerund, participle and infinitive. And these three are called non-finite verbs. Okay. What is this? I already told you non-finite verbs. They look like verbs but they don't function like a verb. But it sometimes acts like a noun and that is called verbal noun. So, non-finite verb we call it as verbal noun. Okay, sometimes it acts like a noun. We call it as gerund or verbal noun. Sometimes this gerund we call it as verbal noun or gerund. The other name of gerund is verbal noun. So these non-finite verbs look like verbs. They don't function like a verb. Okay, but sometimes it acts like a noun. Understood? So what are the three types of non-finite verbs? Gerund, participle and infinitive. And this participle has three. What are they? Present, past, perfect. Okay? Understood? Okay. Before this, now we are going to see the first example. I love swimming. Okay? Here, which is the verb? Swimming is not a verb. It look like continuous tense because ing is there. Am I right? But it is a name of a exercise. Am I right? Similarly, in first sentence we saw, right? Painting. Painting is an art. So, in this first sentence, I love swimming. Here in this sentence, gerund comes as an object. Okay? It comes in end, it comes as an object. So, gerund is a non-finite verb which acts like a noun. Understood? Yes? Okay, now let's move on to the participle. Okay, and this participle is a non-finite verb and it acts as an adjective. Okay, so it acts as an adjective, so we call it as verbal adjective. So this participle is three types. Already I told you: present participle, past participle and perfect participle. So look at the second one. I bought a painting brush. Okay. So in this, bought is a finite verb. Am I right? Bought is a finite verb. Painting is look like a verb. I bought a painting. So painting is look like a verb but it acts like an adjective. Here brush is a noun and it tells something extra. Am I right? What is adjective? It tells something extra about noun. So painting brush. Brush is a noun and this painting is something extra. Am I right? So it is an adjective. Why we call it as a present participle? Because it's end in ing. So the only difference between gerund and participle is gerund acts like a noun but here it acts like an adjective. Understood? So the only difference between gerund and participle is gerund acts like a noun and participle acts like an adjective. Understood? It gives something extra about this noun. Shall we move on to the next one, dears? Past participle. Okay, I live in a painted house. So this ed, by seeing this ed, we understood it is a past thing. Am I right? So I live in a painted house. House is a noun and painted, this word qualifies a noun. So it is called verbal adjective. Understood? This house which qualifies a noun. Painted, house is a noun and painted, this word qualifies a noun. So it is called verbal adjective. Okay? Okay, shall we move on to the next one? Yes? Okay. Having painted the house, we move in. Having painted the house, we move in. Here, move is finite verb. Am I right? What is finite verb, dears? What is finite verb? It acts as a verb. It helps us to know the tense. Am I right? So, this move is a finite verb. And having painted the house. Having painted is a perfect participle. Okay? Having painted. Understood, dears? Okay. So, the next one is infinitive. Already we saw this non-finite verbs are three types. Gerund, we already saw that. Participle, next one is infinitive. So, what is infinitive? It is very simple, dear. Look at the fifth example. I like to paint my car. So, here like is a finite verb. Am I right? Yes. To paint. So, it is to plus verb. What is this infinite? So, to plus verb. Understood? This is I like to paint my car. Okay, dears? Okay. So, dears, there are different kinds of infinitive. Okay. First one is full infinitive. That is structure of infinitive. Full infinitive. An infinitive preceded by to is called a full infinitive. Already we learned. Am I right? Example. This is a nice place to live. So, to plus verb. Understood? Yes. This is called full infinitive. And the next one is bare infinitive. An infinitive without to is called a bare infinitive. For example, Mother, let me watch television only on Sundays. Mother, let me watch television only on Sundays. Here, there is no to. Am I right? So, it is called bare infinitive. Okay? And the last one is split infinitive. So, when an adverb is put in between to and the verb, the infinitive is split. Am I right? So, the infinitive is split in two parts and it is referred as split infinitive. Example, I request you to kindly grant me leave. So, to and grant, to plus verb. Within that we add kindly. Am I right? It is an adverb. So, this is called split infinitive. Understood, dears? Yes? Okay. So, please go through this and keep reading. If you have any doubt, please ask me in interaction section. Okay, dears? Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.